Hey guys, this is the second video of 2 on multiplying polynomials. So what I'm going to do here is for each of the problems we did earlier with the FOIL method, I'm going to do them with the box method so you can see the second method that you could use to solve these problems. Once again, you don't have to use both. You just are going to pick which one you like more. All right, so for the box method, you're literally going to make a box that is the same shape as what kind of polynomials you have here. So since I have a binomial times a binomial, that's a 2 by 2. So my box has to be 2 by 2. So 2 columns, 2 rows. This is very similar to lattice multiplication that you may have learned in elementary school. All right, so one of my or in this case, my binomials need to go on the top. So that's 4x and minus 3. And the other one would go on the side. So that's x plus 5. And then what I'm going to do here is multiply the sides that touch each box. So for example, this upper left-hand corner has 4x times x, which is 4x squared. This box has a negative 3 and x, which is negative 3x. This box has 4x and 5, which is 20x. And this last box here is 5 times negative 3, which is negative 15. It's kind of very similar to Punnett squares in a way as well. When you do the box method, the nice thing is that your diagonals will always be like terms. If they're not, you did something wrong. So the top left and the bottom right are all going to stay the same. So 4x squared, then combine your like terms. 20x and negative 3x makes 17x. And then you have minus 15 at the end. And you should notice that the answers are the same. So once again, it doesn't matter which method you use. For this next one, we have a binomial times a trinomial. So I need a 2 by 3 box. It doesn't matter if you have 2 rows or 2 columns. It's just got to be 2 by 3. So I'm going to choose 2 rows and 3 columns for mine. You could also have done 3 rows, 2 columns. It's up to you. All right, so since I have my trinomial going this way, I got to put x squared minus 7x plus 10 up top, and then x plus 5 on the side. Here we go. X times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 7x is negative 7x squared. And x times 10 is 10x. Here I have 5 times x squared, which is 5x squared. 5 times negative 7x is negative 35x. And then 5 times 10 is 50. Once again, the diagonals are like terms. Look at this. Here are my x squareds. Here are my x's. Okay? Top left stays the same. That's x cubed. Then combine my like terms. 5x squared and negative 7x squared make negative 2x squared. Negative 35x and 10 make negative 15x. And then the 50 stays the same. All right, and the last one on this page is a trinomial times a trinomial. So I need a 3 by 3 box. So 3 rows, 3 columns. I don't think I made this quite big enough, but we'll go with it. Okay, so x squared minus 4x plus 7. It doesn't matter which one goes where for this one because they're both trinomials. So 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. Okay, 3x squared times x squared is 3x to the 4th. 3x squared times negative 4x is negative 12x to the 3rd. And 3x squared times 7 is 21x squared. 5x times x squared is 5x to the 3rd. 5x times negative 4x is negative 20x squared. And 5x times 7 is 35x. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 4x is 8x. And negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Here are my like terms. Here are my x cubes. Here are my x squareds. And here are my x's. All right, so 3x to the 4th stays the same. Then 5x cubed and negative 12x cubed is negative 7x cubed. Negative 2 and negative 20 is negative 22 plus 21 is negative x squared. And then 8x and 35x is 43x, and then minus 14. So same answer each time, just a different way to get it. All right, let's try those special ones. So here we have binomial times a binomial, so a 2 by 2 box. We have x minus 8 and x plus 8. X times x is x squared. x times negative 8 is negative 8x. 8 times x is 8x, and 8 times negative 8 is negative 64. So what you'll notice here with my like terms, they still add to 0, so they go away, and I'm left with x squared minus 64. Same idea for the next one. So I have 2 by 2. So 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 3. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. 3 times 2 is 6x, and 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Once again, these cancel out, and I'm left with 4x squared minus 9. All right, so back to those ones that are squared. You got to make sure that you know that this is x plus 5 times x plus 5. So that's once again a 2 by 2 box. So we have x plus 5 on both the top and the side. X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times 5 is 25. This time, my like terms do not cancel. So I'm going to get x squared plus 10x plus 25. All right, a few more. Backside here, same thing as the last one. So it's a 2 by 2. So I'm going to have x minus 7 and x minus 7. X times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. And negative 7 times negative 7 is positive 49. Once again, these don't cancel. They're the same. So x squared minus 14x plus 49. I'm still going to skip over this next one. It's the same idea. And then this last one here, you got to be careful because that negative 4 is out in front. So you, again, don't want to distribute it until the very end. So the box itself is just the 2 by 2. It's x plus 8 times x plus 8. And then you're just going to have to remember to multiply by that negative 4 at the end. So x times x is x squared. X times 8 is 8x. 4 times, I don't know why I wrote a 4 here. It's supposed to be an 8. 8 times x is 8x, and 8 times 8 is 64. So I combine here, and I get x squared plus 16x plus 64. And you need to remember that this is still being multiplied by that negative 4 that was out in front. So when I distribute that, I get negative 4x squared minus 64x minus 256. Same answer as before. All right, one last problem. This one is a monomial times a trinomial. So I'm going to make just one row with 3 columns. So over here I'm going to have 6x cubed. And here I have 6x squared, 53x, and 40. This one probably makes the most sense to use the claw method, but it's kind of up to you. All right, so 6x cubed times 6x squared is 36x to the 5th. 6x cubed times 53x is 318x to the 4th. And 6x to the 3rd times 40 is 240x to the 3rd. None of them are like terms. There's no diagonals here, so it just stays the same. 36x to the 5th plus 318x to the 4th plus 240x to the 3rd. Now, it is important to note for both of these examples that we did in the last video, you could do the box method for both. You can make a box of a monomial times a binomial, so 1 by 2, multiply it out, and then distribute the half, just like we did for this last problem. And then this bottom one here, you'd need 2 boxes. This one would be 2 by 2, and this one would be 2 by 2, and then you'd subtract the answers that you get at the end. But it's the same type of problem. And that's it. That's how you multiply polynomials using the box method.